Welcome to this presentation on data categories in Termbases. So keeping your data categories consistent with ISO 30042 is another way to ensure the standardization of data in your Termbases. To review, a data category is a label for the fields in a Termbase that denote the specific type of information that will be collected within that field, within a terminological entry, within a concept entry. You can visit that DatCatInfo, the website, for a list of standards compliant data categories for the core, min, and basic dialects. You can also scroll down to the bottom of the page and click the button called Go to DatCatInfo in TermWeb to access a repository of data categories on TermWeb, which is a really robust terminology management application that I personally really like. Here's the full repository of data categories via DatCatInfo and on TermWeb. Here you'll find the example data category of dialect, which is used here in the traditional sense, the traditional linguistic sense, as a regional variation of a language, not in the sense that we use the word dialect when talking about the ISO 30042 compliant versions of Termbases. Again, this repository of data categories that can be included in a glossary or Termbase can be found at datcatinfo.net. You can follow that link to learn more about the work being conducted to build a database of data categories. Then scroll down to the bottom of the homepage, click the button, go to the DatCatInfo and TermWeb button, and that will take you to the full repository. Note that when you get to that full repository, when you click the button to go to the DatCatInfo and TermWeb, you may need to switch the TermWeb database from showing ASTM F43 to showing DCR version 6. You can do this by clicking on the linked content after dictionary, selecting DCR version 6, and then clicking apply. Sometimes you're automatically taken to the TermWeb dictionary. They're using the word dictionary for Termbase in this case because it's more understandable to non-subject matter experts in terminology, people who aren't subject matter experts in terminology. That ASTM F43 dictionary collects terminology that's used in ASTM F43 international standards on language services and products. So that's an interesting one to explore as well. So go to DatCatInfo, go to the repository of data categories that the team managing DatCatInfo has built on TermWeb. Go to DCR-V6 and then explore around the repository. These are all of the data categories that you might include at the entry or concept, language, or term levels of your Termbase. As you explore, what data categories stand out to you? Would you organize the data categories that you see at the concept, language, or term level of your Termbase? And what data categories specifically would you include to organize data about the terminology for a client you're collecting terminology for and managing terminology for, or for a specialized subject field for which you are building terminology resources? By using the standards compliant data categories along with data categories that are specific to your company or organization, you can create a custom TBX dialect, a custom Termbase with a custom data model through which terminology can be collected in a systematic way over time, while leaving room for growth and resulting in a robust and very valuable resource for your company or organization. And that concludes this short presentation on data categories in Termbases.